Hi folks, Sandro here with more cartoon news and shenanigans. And if you like more cartoon news and shenanigans, I'd ask you to please subscribe to my channel. In fact, do it right now so you don't forget about it later. And thank you very much for that, guys. Today, we've got a bit of a touchy subject here. We're here on Variety.com. And if you guys haven't been paying attention for the last little while, in Florida, yeah, I'm Canadian, but sometimes I like to follow what's going on in America. They have this they came out with this bill. What's his name? Ron DeSantis, right? Florida governor there. He came out with this bill. And by the way, it's not called the Don't Say Gay bill. This is a name that left-wing psychopaths on Twitter gave it. It's not actually called that. It actually has a name, but this is what they've dubbed it as because they're crazy. They came out with this bill. It's a very, I didn't read through it or anything, but from my understanding as a Canadian here, just from glimpsing over what people have said about it, it just seems to be a bill that protects young children. But what is it, like before grade 3? I think like here in Canada, we learn about sexual education in grade 4, which would be when you're about 7 or 8, 6, 7 or 8. So I think it just this bill focuses on younger children that are like prior to grade 3. Who are like, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, et cetera, that are pretty young. And they're, these are kids that are not necessarily ready for all of this kind of thing. And it protects them and it gives their parents more control over what these crazy teachers, and there are some, especially here in Canada, there are some crazy, crazy teachers here in Canada that are indoctrinating kids with a lot of left-wing politics, especially in colleges. Not just from a young age, but in the colleges and universities here in Canada, you're better off not sending your children. My God. But anyway, yeah, it's very left wing here, very, very liberal. That's what it's called. In America, it's like Republican and what's the other one? Democrat and Republican. So the Republicans are like the conservatives, which is like here in Canada, we call it conservative. And then here in Canada, we call it liberal, which is the left wing. And they're called Democrats, which is the left wing in America. So conservatives are the more right wing party here. And so the left wing people, they have the, in the schools, they're very, very nutty. And so Ron DeSantis, which is more of a conservative guy, which is on the right. I don't know if they consider themselves, whatever. It's more, conservatives usually tend to lean towards the right. They created this bill in Florida to protect the young children, and the Disney employees lost their mind when they found out that they were giving money, Disney Corporation, this company that's like, diverse, and they're honestly pretty left-wing themselves, Disney Corporation. They've been doing a lot of crazy moves, a lot of all of these kinds of things. You see, even in, we had all kinds of shows recently that have been doing, Star Butterfly from Star versus the Forces of Evil. We see Jackie ends up being a lesbian. We see that Star ends up being bisexual. She has a crush on a black woman. In one of the episodes, we see, I kind of stopped watching the Owl House after the first episode, but I believe that character's in a bisexual relationship, maybe. Again, I haven't finished Owl House, and I honestly don't intend to, let's be real, but I haven't been watching it either, so let me know, is that right? Is the main character's name is like Luz or Luz or something, and I'm pretty sure she's in a bisexual relationship. We've just seen it time and time. No, Disenchantment is owned by Netflix, right? Yeah. I just did a video about how she kept the main character, Tara Beanie, or otherwise known as Princess Bean. She's basically in a relationship with a lesbian mermaid, but I think that's Netflix. I don't think that's actually owned by. No, that's Netflix. But we've been seeing this time and time again. Amphibia is on the last couple episodes at the time of this video, and a lot of people think that one of those characters is going to end up lesbian too, lesbian or bisexual or something, and et cetera, et cetera. So we keep seeing this time and time again, and I almost forgot to mention Onward. We do hear in Onward, there was a police officer, she's like a purple creature of some kind, and she mentions that she has like a lesbian lover. Star Wars, another Disney thing. I think in like the final Star Wars trilogy there, they had a same-sex kiss there. And they did cut that out for China and all the Middle Eastern countries, by the way. So, it just goes to show how much they really give a shit here. Let me center that. There we go. That looks nicer, right? Yeah, there we go. I think that looks nice now. There it is. Beautiful. Okay. Anyways, back on the topic here really quick. So yeah, now we've seen this huge backlash. There were walkouts at Disney. All this crazy stuff's been going on Twitter, and that's why I never hope to have an account on Twitter. They're just crazy over there. And basically, Disney was caught. Well, I guess not really caught. They basically just, it was found out that they had been donating to the conservative, the right-wing, parties, giving money to them, to these parties that support this bill. And by the way, again, there's nothing really wrong with this bill. This is a huge overreaction, in my opinion. Just a bunch of crazy, crazy people on the internet. And so that came to light, and then Disney employees, they lost their mind. Twitter lost their mind. All the left-wing echo chambers lost their mind, and they've been going crazy. And then, so it turns out here that in Lightyear, there was a same-sex kiss. Why do we need this in a children's movie? I don't know. Why does there need to be a kiss in like Lightyear at all? Like, right? I could see it if Buzz Lightyear maybe had like a girlfriend, like then I could see like that would be reasonable. But like, I don't know, man. This is kind of bizarre. Also, one of the most bizarre things of all here is apparently, so Lightyear, this is like in Toy Story, right? Did you guys ever see Toy Story 1? Andy, for his birthday party, it starts out that movie where I believe Andy is having a birthday party, and I think it's his own mother that gets him the Buzz Lightyear toy. And so supposedly the gimmick is that the reason Andy wanted that Buzz Lightyear for his birthday in the first Toy Story movie was because he watched this movie. So this is like an in-universe. This is like a movie within a universe movie. So it's like, it's like that movie Inception, where it's like a dream within a dream. So we have some kind of movieception going on here. So basically, this is the baffling thing, right? Like, Toy Story seems to have been set in the 1990s when that movie actually came out, right? Actually, when did Toy Story? Was it 2001 or 1999? Toy Story release date. Maybe I'm wrong here. Release date. I thought, was it 99? 1995. Wow. I'm just feeling old. But wow, 95. So, this is when the movie came out. So and at this time, like here in Canada, I don't even think it wasn't even legal to get married if you were a gay person. And this is, so like, it's like having a gay kiss in this movie kind of feels like it breaks the lore. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying here? So it's like, we have a movie in that Disney was very, they used to be, not today, oh God, no, not today. But Disney used to be this company that really didn't go there. You know what I mean? They never really rocked the boat. They wanted to make some very kid-friendly entertainment. They never really got like overtly political in their movies. Maybe some of the plots had some politics in there, but like most of these were pretty solid kids movies that like anybody could watch and anybody could understand. And there was none of this like, non-binary, transgender, gay kisses. There was none of this, right? There was none of that. This is a modern day sort of gimmick. And to have this movie have a gay kiss in it just feels lore breaking. Before the movie even comes out, it just feels like it's breaking the lore. You know what I'm saying here? So maybe that's just me, but like, I don't know. But here we go. So I'm not going to read the article because I already read it. But same-sex kiss restored in Pixar's Lightyear. So Disney had actually removed the kiss. They had decided to not actually put that kiss in the final movie. And like I said, why is that in there in the first place? It's very lore-breaking to the Toy Story franchise. I don't understand why that's in there. But apparently it was in there, and then they cut it, and now they restored it. So they really want to break the sort of 1990s aesthetic here, where that would never be in unless this was like an adult movie, right? That's the only time that would be in there. And it's funny enough because I did read through the article, and they do mention like how in the past, right? Like here, To be sure, there are several examples of forthright LGBTQ representation in feature animations created for an adult audience. Adult, right? So some of these films are pretty old here, including the 1999's South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. So again, that's a movie for adults. That was a movie for an adult. And that's why they had that kind of material in there. This, on the other hand, you would never see this unless this is a rated R movie. But why would Andy's mom bring a little boy and his little sister Molly to a rated R film? So this is just breaking the lore of the film, in my opinion. Especially considering that we just learned Toy Story is a 1995 movie. Right? November 22nd. So that's basically 96, but whatever. It was set in the 1990s, and this is not something you would ever see in a kid's movie, let alone one made by well, it isn't like confirmed that, this movie would be made by Disney in the actual movie. It'd probably be made by what was that company, By and Large, right? This is the secret, like Pixar, By and Large. This is like they make Buzz Lightyear's batteries and shit, right? This is that secret company that's like in all the Pixar movies. Yeah, BNL, By and Large, Disney Wiki. Yeah, so this, maybe this would be the movie that a company like that would make, right? In the film, canonically. But I don't know, folks. Wait, let me go back to the article here. But I don't know. Oh, they also mentioned Sausage Party. Yeah, I know. Again, another an adult film. What is Persepolis? What the heck is that? 2007's Persepolis. I never actually watched that one. Is that a good movie? I haven't seen it. And 2021's Flea. I haven't seen that either. But in a G or PG rated animated movie, the persuasive approach has been to tell, not show. Yeah, and again, you ever see Hey Arnold? Back in the day, they had like the character was like Mr. Simmons, right? Like Mr. Simmons, Hey Arnold, and the illusion, like they alluded that he was like a gay character, right? They alluded to him being like a very gay character, but they never outright said it. So they mentioned in that article there, and that's great. I think Variety is right on the money. Back in the day, it was show, not tell, right? So we have a teacher. He might be gay. He might not be gay. But we're going to leave it to the audiences, and maybe they're going to leave some hints that, yeah, he was probably gay. Modern day cartoons, like the Hey Arnold Jungle movie, which only just released like a little while ago, like a year or two ago or something. It came out recently. But now it's like we're full on gay. It's like confirmed. We have to confirm it. We have to virtue signal. You know what I mean? So, the times have changed, and it's just, I don't like to see this sort of thing. I got to be honest with you guys. I'm conservative, I'm Catholic, and I personally don't think this should be in kids' movies. I think the South Park had the right idea. If you want to make a gay kiss or like a gay scene in a rated R movie, you be my guest. But why is this in a kids' movie? Like, what are we achieving here? Other than indoctrination, right? To me, this is an indoctrination. Some people are, I've had people in some of the comments of some of my other videos where I discuss this, and they say like, oh, I have like a cousin who's gay, and it meant a lot to them to see that character in there. But like, there's like, when they were older, like when you're a kid, I remember when I was a kid, nobody ever like, it wasn't like that. You were like, oh, a girl, they probably have cooties, I remember like like some of the kids, you would go to the theater and you would see some of the other kids, whenever there was a smooching scene or a kissing scene, they'd put their hands like this on their eyeballs, and they wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like, these are children. These are not grown-ups. So for me, I don't think this should be in here. This just smells of indoctrination. And by the way, this is Disney trying to restore their reputation. Oh no, they caught us donating money to those pesky right-wing, parties or conservatives or whatever. Oh heavens, we have to make ourselves look good for the gays. They got a virtue signal, and suddenly you get your gay scene back. Again, not, I don't know what they're going, and in June, right? I think this movie comes out June. Let me just that's the Gay Pride Month too. So I guess they would have been in super hot water if they did. June, okay, Lightyear release date. I swear it was like June 22nd, 17th. Okay, so so again, this is the Pride Month for these people here. They also do here in Canada, they do a whole pride parade. I think that this is insane that these people have a whole month now. A whole month. What? One day. It should be one day, right? Same thing with Black History Month. You only need one day, right? In my opinion. Like February 1st, just call it a night. To have a whole month, that feels super overkill. And again, a whole Pride Month, that's bananas. I think they should do one little parade, get it over with, and get off the streets. And yeah, so just to conclude here, I feel the video is going a bit long, 15 minutes. But like I said, I'm not a fan of this. I feel like this is a purely Disney saving their own skin move. I feel this is an indoctrination of children move. The fact that Variety even calls this the Don't Say Gay bill shows me something a little bit about their internal politics here, because this is not the name of the bill, by the way. That's a name that left-wing people have been giving it because they're crazy. And yeah, I think I covered this pretty extensively. Oh, I almost missed this. The gay character is the black Buzz Lightyear commander, whatever the hell this character is supposed to be here. Is she a command? I think they call it in the trailers. They called her like commander. I don't know what her title is in the movie. And quite frankly, I don't give a shit. But apparently, this is going to be the gay character that had the kiss. With what character? I don't know, and I don't care. Honestly, I only care about the story of the movie. Is this going to be a good movie? I've been talking about a lot of Pixar films recently. I just did a review of Turning Red, and I thought that was one of the worst Pixar films that I've ever watched. This was a film that was specifically aimed at little girls. Like, there's no way that, like, a grown... Like, I just didn't find it enjoyable, right? If you're a grown man, maybe if you have a daughter, then I could see, like, maybe, yeah, there's a connection you could make. If you have a daughter that's young... and maybe you're a little bit iffy on like explaining like, hey, you're gonna have a period and whatever. This could be like an Turning Red could be like a sort of an interesting film to maybe show them, I guess. But like, I thought the film was like really, really bad, like really bad. If you don't have a daughter, oh God. You're gonna want to take a pass on Turning Red. I personally, again, this is my opinion. You guys, maybe you liked it. A lot of people in the comment section said, actually, a lot of them said they thought it was one of the worst Pixar films also. But some of you guys did say the opposite, and you said you thought it was one of the better Pixar films, which I just disagree with. Actually, I still have the tab open. Oh, look at that. I actually have the tab. Oh, it saved it. It saved it. Except for Turning Red. I think I had Turning Red. Did I put it above The Good Die? I think I put it like this, right? I think I had it here in the awful tier. So, like, you know, I had this ranked where it's like, these are the best. Like, Toy Story 1 is one of the greatest. Monsters, Inc., Incredibles, Finding Nemo, and WALL-E. WALL-E is kind of one of those films that kind of like, I've explained it a lot. I felt that this movie was just so unique, and it doesn't feel... WALL-E doesn't feel like any other of the Pixar movies, like by a long margin. Like, WALL-E feels like it's its own like different company at this point. So I liked WALL-E just because it was so weird and different, and it talked about the future. A lot of these movies are like about the past, or they kind of give us a take on modern life, like Soul or something, or Monsters Inc. is like right now, but like it's with monsters, right? You get it. It's like, here's University, but with monsters and Monsters University. WALL-E was this weird film where it's like, here's the future, and which is something you don't think or see too often in a kid's film. And yeah, so by the way, I am gonna have an updated tier list in June when that movie launches, because I want, every time a new Pixar film comes out, it's gonna be a tradition on the channel. I'm gonna have to review it and then put it on my list, folks. So look forward to that. Hopefully it ends up in the amazing tier. But I don't know, man. Modern day Pixar films, you could actually see here, I have been putting a lot of these newer ones, except for Inside Out and Coco. Those ones were pretty okay, but I actually put them in the great tier actually. But some of the like Luca, that's a new one. Toy Story 4, Incredibles 2, Soul, and Onward. Literally all of these movies just came out recently. And Finding Dory, Cars 3, The Good Dinosaur, Turning Red, and Cars 2 is actually a bit old now. It's actually creeping up where it's that movie's. It's been a while, but you can see that most of my bottom tier is the new Pixar movies, not the old ones, but the new ones. Again, with the exception of Inside Out and Coco. So, yeah, what do you guys think about that? Did you guys like where I put Turning Red? And I do want to hear your guys' thoughts on, do you think this is acceptable? I personally don't want to see this in children's films. Like the article said, put it in the rated R and the PG, like 18 or whatever. What is it? PG 14 plus? The matures, the 16, 18. Put that in the matures. I don't want to see this in a kid's family film, right? Like that. This has no business being there. And again, this is supposed to be a fun little space movie. Why is there even a lesbian kiss in this in the first place? I have no idea. You know, the only idea I could think of is they wanted the virtue signal because this movie comes out in June. And originally they did remove it. Now it's coming back. So now they're saving face. And they're going to have to release it because it's coming out in June because that's the whole Pride month. So, yeah, that's going to be it for me. The video ended up running a little longer than I expected, but give me all your thoughts. I feel like I went on for this for quite a while. Give me all your thoughts. Give me your what's your best take on this? Do you like, do you want this kiss in here? Maybe you're somebody who actually wants the kiss in there. I think it should never be in a kid's film. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Even if you disagree with me, it's all cool. Let's have a discussion, right? Go ahead and comment. Please like, please share. And most importantly of all, you gotta subscribe, folks. As soon as we get to 725, I am going to be doing a giveaway. I've got a gift card. I've got a $5 Amazon gift card if you're not in Canada. We're going to have some fun. I have a Discord in the description down below. Go ahead and click my Discord. Join the Discord, and let's talk about some cartoon news and shenanigans, folks. That's going to be it for me. Have a great day, everybody. Peace out. Bye-bye.